Fighter 6.
And welcome everyone, it's your boy Zero, back again for more Street Fighter 6 closed beta and also open beta highlights. Had quite a lot of fun, and you guys already know the drill. If you watched the last one, you'll know what's going to happen this time, so let's get into it. So here's my first match of the open beta that just happened last week, as a matter of fact. I played against this person playing Kimberly. Kimberly's quite an interesting character. I used to play as Guile back in Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter 4, so she's quite interesting for me. I remember trying out a couple of her moves. But again, you're gonna mostly see me play as Ken in these highlights, so hope you guys enjoy it. Kimberly has this awesome ability where she kind of just brings up this big puff of smoke and tries to basically teleport hit you. And I ended up finding out that you can basically just punch her out of it. If she comes at you with those things, just throw out a random punch or something, you might actually get her. Ooh, and there's an EX Tatsu from the air for the win for me once again. Let's see how this second round goes. There we, just like I said earlier, she does the puff of smoke, does a teleport, and I did the dragon lash to get her out of the air. I do recommend you guys use something like that, either an overhead, maybe some sort of just quick jab, or maybe a poke. It'll likely stop her from pulling off those teleportation smoke abilities. There she goes with the stop and bop again, couldn't pull it off. EX Shoryu, wake up. That is what I'm known for. Hope you guys don't mind that, I do it a lot. I'm a flashy guy. And here I go, she does the stop and bop once again, the overdrive hit. And I answered that with my level 3 super, kinda wild. Not something I would recommend people to do because it might not always work, but it worked for me there. Quite hilarious. Once again, I love being flashy. So here we have another match, this time against Jamie. This guy, I played against him quite a few times. I think this is one of the last times I played against him. And as you see with Jamie, he's very, very bombastic about going out there and just drinking in your face. This is one of the later matches. Earlier, he would just take a swig, take a swig, take a swig. And I'm just like, this guy's really just, no. So I ended up running up to him multiple times, punching him out of it. I think in round 2, you'll see me do a Tatsu, one of those spinning kicks, as he tries to drink at the beginning of the match. Anybody fighting against Jamie or anybody playing Jamie, unless you have a lot of space, I do recommend you don't take a drink if you're like a couple steps away. You're gonna get hit. Round 2, there we go. Like I said, the guy tries to take a drink, a Tatsu right at the beginning, and that stops him. Anybody playing against Jamie, you want to stop him from drinking. If he gets into his heated state, he is going to have a lot more options. And you don't want that, because Jamie is quite intricate. That was a very, very crazy opportunity there he took for drinking. If I had woken up a little bit sooner, I probably would have stopped him there. And a Shoryu anti-air. This is a no-fly zone, buddy. Alright, there I go for a nice little target combo check. A couple Hadokens to keep the space. There we go with those pokes. And there we have another drive impact. There we go with an EX Juri kick. Freaking love it. As you see at the bottom left, those are all the wins I had gotten up until that point in ranked matches. So I was really trying to get up to a high level. This next match right here obviously is against Chun-li. This was actually in the closed beta, the second closed beta. This guy was tough. The reason why I'm including it is because I want you guys to see what a really good Chun-li player looks like. Blocking that spinning bird kick. It took me quite a while to get this win off of him, so one of the reasons why I put it in my highlights. But Chun-li has combos for days. Pay attention to how this guy plays as her. Stop and bop, dragon lash, into Shoryu, freaking love it. Hadokens to keep the guy at a nice distance. And look at that, I got Chun-li into burnout. So for those of you who don't know, and if I didn't explain it in the last video, burnout is great if your opponent is in burnout. It basically allows you to get chip damage, at least a little bit more chip damage, and can actually allow you to win a match. Oh, there's Chun-li going in for the freaking super. Bam. Yep, you guys already know the announcers under me, you know, voice volume said it themselves. I was able to get myself out of the corner though. Another stop and bop, lightning kick. Telling you, this guy was a tough cookie. This must have been like my 6th match with this guy, and it was just rough. Alright, drive impact was denied by my opponent going in there, trying to find a good poke. One thing I ended up learning later is using a drive rush, which is basically you poke, double tap forward, and you go basically green, and you rush your opponent, basically giving you another chance for an attack. As you see here, my opponent, Chun-li player, is in burnout again. Missing that follow-up is likely gonna end up losing me the round. A few Hadokens from a distance to get that chip damage. My opponent goes ahead and jumps over, and now we're going into round 3. Telling you, this guy was rough. So, I actually don't remember how it is I won against him, so let's see how it goes. Grab off of the frickin' spinning bird kick, and EX1 at that. Drive impact, and a grab after that. You have to be careful with the drive impacts, because in this latest open beta, I'm pretty sure a lot of you who played it noticed it. If you whiff your drive impact, you will either get grabbed, you'll probably get hit out of it. I almost got hit out of that, as a matter of fact. But I guess this is how I win it. Drive impact into level 3 super. Frickin' love it. Like I said, guys, I like being flashy, so you know me. Alrighty, so here's a match from the open beta last week. This is me against my buddy Krios. He ended up messaging me on a Saturday asking me if we wanted to play. As you saw earlier, Ken went green because I used the drive rush by poking in, double tapping, and then going in within target combo. Low poke into Hadoken, a classic, and a trade hit. I always find those funny when they happen. Lots of trades there. As a matter of fact, that's how I won this match, but him and I had been fighting quite a lot beforehand. And yeah, this must have been like our 6th, 7th match, and I finally got a win. After this one, I ended up getting a few more, but this was the one that I felt was the most iconic. There was a lot of back and forth. It was pretty evenly matched. Oh my god, and there he goes grabbing me out of the drive impact. Grabbing me into the corner. You gotta be careful. If you get drive impacted in the corner, you get wall splatted, and then you just get comboed on. There he goes with the poke into Hadoken. Gotta be careful. I'm still really bad at checking grabs. But there goes my buddy Krios. There goes me with the pokes. Drive impact. Into combo. Into level 3 super. And it whiffs. One of the things I ended up noticing in this beta, I'm not sure if this is something that happens all the time, but if you're not in the corner, you're likely not gonna get the full animation. Right there, I also messed up. I could have easily ended it with an EX Shoryu, but a run into a Dragon Lash did it for me. These were quite fun against my buddy. Now here we have another tough match, this time against somebody playing Juri. Anybody who knows Juri, she appeared in Street Fighter 4, and she has been terrorizing the Street Fighter scene for a while. If you know how to play Juri, you know how to poke, you know how to set up projectiles to send them out later and mess with your opponent. And this person knew what he or she was doing, because they were on a total winning streak. You could actually see it at the top left in the middle. And this was the time I finally beat him. It was a lot of getting to know the opponent, a lot of anticipating things that they do multiple times. As you see, my opponent likes to go in for pokes and checks to follow up with. It only takes one good poke to get taken for a ride. A few jumps, keeping my distance is what's gonna end up getting it for me in the end. Failed target combo. There you go with those freaking projectiles. Armor broke my freaking drive impact pretty ballsy. a lot of people either do the drive impact right back or grab you out of it. So this guy playing Juri, this person, they know what they were doing. Drive impact to check my opponent. That drive rush was a total mistake by me. And there I go, burning myself out. Gotta be careful with this guy, because one quick little poke is what could end it. What got me here is, though, they didn't block the Hadoken. That was kind of weird. Dragon Lash to start. Denied me the grab, pretty good. And there I go, getting punished. Jinria for the win. Obviously, I love using that thing. It's funny because a lot of people actually allow you to go in for that. Funny enough, without realizing that after you block the first one, you can just counterattack easy. So I do suggest people playing Ken to try that out. And there I go, getting grabbed out of it. As you saw, you don't want to do it haphazardly, you kind of just want to plan it out. I believe there are some normal hits that allow you. Overdrive counter is always something to have in the back pocket. Missed the stop and bop, and I'm gonna get punished for it. There I go, getting smacked out of the air. Gotta be careful. Oh my god. This is where it gets really, really tense, because we're both at around the same level in health. And just like the announcer said, one good touch and that's it. Dragon Lash into grab, and they allowed me to do it. Hadokens to keep the distance. And another EX Dragon Lash, this time for the grab for the win. Any grab check would have just ended me there. It was a stressful match. Now here we have a little treat for you guys. Now I'm actually playing as Guile. My brother and I love playing as Guile, one of our favorite characters. And I decided to practice with him in the last beta. And this was one of the better matches I had against this person. I went quite a few rounds with him. I'm also going to be explaining some of the things you might want to be doing as Guile while playing. Obviously, one of the things is using your sonic booms intelligently. You don't want to just throw random ones out of nowhere. You might want to start with a fast one, a slow one, a fast one, just to keep them guessing. Also, he has this awesome thing where he pulls out like a sonic boom that stays right in front of him. I don't remember what it's called. It's something you want to abuse, because if you use a good amount of spacing while having that thing out, it stays out for a while. You can mess with your opponent, have them take damage, and it could also take a projectile hit for you. God damn, look at those biceps. Round 2 is quite fun, mainly because this guy pulls out quite a few funny things. There we go, he calls it Sonic Blade, that little vertical sonic boom. You want to use those intelligently as well. Bring them out, combine it with a sonic boom. They're quite fun. One thing that I always found annoying with Guile is that his low hard punch doesn't combo into a flash kick, which I really think it should. Grab the guy, pull out another sonic boom. And he parried my flash kick, pretty cool. Now, funny enough, you would think that if you go with the low double hard kick, that it would get you a sonic boom combo. Level 3 super for the win! Freaking love it. Guile is a treat in this game, and I definitely recommend anybody who's played him in the past to try him out now. And a switchblade comb at that, look at that. So here I am in the Battle Hub, and I'm running up to one of these retro arcade cabinets because, believe it or not, Capcom actually gave you the option to play older games. And in the betas that I played, it was only Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So here I am playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo actually, going with my boy Ken once again, and funny enough, against Guile. So as you see here, it's in the right aspect ratio, and they even put on those nice little scan lines to give you that retro feel. So I believe you could actually play against other people online here too, but I'm just playing against the arcade. And if anybody's ever played Street Fighter 2 in the arcade, you know it is broken as hell. As you saw there, Guile wiped the floor with me, quite literally. Let's see how I fare in the next round. A few freaking Hadokens and some sonic booms to keep the distance. But this computer can just pull them out of nowhere, quite literally. It's hard to get in there. And here he is throwing those sonic booms like it's nothing. A flash kick for good measure. And he's already got super ready. Meanwhile, I'm only halfway there. Alright, let's get another Hadoken in there, hopefully. If I can maybe combo into it. Grab me after I hit him with the Tatsu. That's the wild part. And there's no parries here. Oh, and a super flash kick to end it. I'm telling you, the computer's quite broken in this in the arcade version of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And yeah, everyone, that's gonna do it for this highlights video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to let me know down in the comments below. Did you play the Street Fighter 6 beta? Were you in the closed beta? Were you in the open beta? If you see yourself in this highlights video, please make sure to comment in the comments down below. Let me know how those fights were. Don't know if you saved any of them. I saved quite a few. There's quite a lot more that I actually recorded, but am not showing because, again, they're either not that exciting, they're not highlighting parts of the game that I wanted to highlight, or they just plainly weren't fun to talk about. But yes, this game is only a week away from the upload time of this video. I have my copy pre-ordered. I'm gonna get some awesome little goodies along with it, and I cannot wait to play this game. If you guys didn't participate in the beta, I urge you guys to go and grab the demo, which allows you to create your own character in advance. It allows you to try out some of the story aspects as well. And not only that, you also get offline 2-player, but you're limited to Ryu and Luke. It's still a good way to test out the game, see if you're gonna like it, and you can put your pre-order in right away or just wait. But yeah, I want to thank you guys once again for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave us a like, comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Take care.